Hello, hello, hello. Welcome. I'm so grateful to have you here with me today. Thank you so much for joining. I'm in deep, deep gratitude. It means a lot. This is a passion project of mine that I kind of threw a hat over the wall and or jumped over the fence and hoped to land on my feet. I don't know. I don't know if any of those sayings are actually true or real, because I remember saying, "Oh, I just threw my hat over the wall," and the person was like, "What does that even mean?" Well, it like means that you're just like throwing it over and hoping that there's somewhere for it to land, and then you jump over. So thank you for your support, and if you'd like to hit subscribe and like and comment, I would really appreciate that as well. I love seeing your comments and I love seeing your takeaways. And today we're talking about vibration and frequency. And welcome back to the Awakening playlist, which I was intuitively guided to create. And it's been such a blast because I was like, where am I gonna start? What am I gonna talk about? And now I've started talking, I cannot stop. And it definitely didn't um it didn't unfold the way I planned, but I'm all about pivoting. I'm all about following the intuition, following the flow, and following what resonates and what is true, right? And I really want to give you bite-sized episodes to really be like boom, 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 bingey, bingey. I can watch all this, sweet. If I'm speaking too quickly, you can slow me down actually in the settings, um, because sometimes I get really excited and I'm like, "Brrr," and then I stumble and, but because we're all about authenticity, all right, like that, authenticity, rawness, and realness, I just let it roll, I just let it roll because I can be inspired, embarrassed and ashamed, or I can be an inspiration, an inspiration to just be yourself because no one really cares. And if they care, they're probably just projecting their shadow, which is something you can watch in our previous episode, what that is if you don't know. But oh my gosh, again, I'm trying to make these as concise as possible, but also enough for you to kind of get my energy and my vibe. I'm speaking to you as a friend, and there's so much knowledge I have to share. I just saw a tarot reader and he told me to let go of some baggage, let go of the knowledge that is sitting in my big whale brain. Can you believe it? Big whale brain. So apparently, it is the biggest brain animals have. And I don't know if we're technically an animal, humans, so because ratio brain to body is higher for us, we're smarter than the whale. Anyway, so let's get into frequency and vibration because it is something that I've mentioned in a few of my previous episodes. And because of the awakening, right? I mentioned it in the non belonging episode because it's like your frequency shifts and your vibration shifts. So it becomes like you're repelling, but also magic because you become magnetizing. So that's one thing we talk about is magnetizing, is manifesting, right? And I'm going to do an episode of manifesting and um, more on that because that's what begins to happen. I mean, we are constantly manifesting the good and the bad. So if you have shit happen to you, it's because you've called it in. The law of attraction. Have you heard of that? It's true, right? It exists. But sometimes they miss out how it works, right? Because it's not just about thinking and manifesting and daydreaming. It kind of is, but then you need to have the vibration in alignment with what you want to achieve and receive. And also you need to take the action, right? And this is where I talk about the self-love and the self-worth. So if you want something that's here and your self-love is here, you're going to self-sabotage even if you get here, or you probably might not even get there at all. So when you bring your self-love and self-worth, you're actually in a position to receive these things. And I'm kind of going into manifesting a little bit, but if it's something that you're on the journey and you already know, oh, these earrings feel so good, and you're already on that journey, you might be interested. So I will make our next episode on manifesting. But today we're talking about frequency, energy, and vibration. So we have more than this, but the core energy centers in our body are the 7 chakras, which is root, which then is the navel womb, the sacral, and then you have your heart, your throat, your third eye, and your crown. And they each have their own organs in your body that they're kind of in charge of, and then different themes. So, right, we have the root chakra, that is all about stability, safety, groundness, right? It's the root, it's the bottom, easy to remember. It's all about finance, sexuality, and security, right? Then you have your hara, your navel. Um, I'm like, I always get sacral and solar plexus confused. So weird. I don't know why. I always get them confused or if they're the same thing. And I was just in my head thinking, like, is it the same? I said the right thing. But anyway, so you have your womb. Womb is all about creativity, right? You remember you're birthing a baby, so you're creating something. Then you have your solar plexus, and that is will, that is power. This is action, heart, love, acceptance of self and others. Throat, speaking your truth, truth coming out. Third eye is your intuition, and then you have your crown that's connected to. So these ones are quite linked. They're like higher self and then other. But depending on your beliefs, you may believe that you are one and you are whatever you're connecting with, right? It's still you. So you emanate energy when those chakras are blocked, when you feel blocked, when you're doing things you don't love, when you're feeling shitty, you are emanating that energy, right? And like attracts like. So the higher your vibration, the higher vibration of things and people that you attract to yourself. That is why you may seem like you repel some of your old connections, old habits, old even food. Sometimes that drastically changes, right? And then when you're feeling down, you're feeling shitty, you might be attracting things. You know, when they say that, like, bad things come in 3, you know, it's like you pop out of your frequency, you go down, and then you're feeling not so good, and then you attract more not so good, and then that attracts not so good, you know, because beliefs create our reality. So this video is already going on for a little while, so I'm gonna time it out now, but you understand. So we are an energetic body. We are a frequency, we are a vibration, right? So even when we're talking, we're emanating frequency and vibration. And that's going to really tie in smoothly into the next episode about manifesting. So if you're watching later down the track, you can pop straight over there. Otherwise, subscribe to be notified as soon as next week's episode is out. But just to recap, I also would love for you to share your biggest takeaways, click subscribe, click like. And recap is we are an energetic body. We hold a vibration, we hold a frequency, we hold energy, we emanate energy, and we attract energy. Like attracts like. And that is why there is polarities. Sometimes polarities attract, but that goes deeper into other things. So thank you so much for tuning in, and I'm excited to see your takeaways and feedbacks. And yeah, grab my freebie in the comments. Much love.